The last topic we want to talk about here is the difference between letters and sound. It is a crucial matter to know the difference between letters and sounds. For EFL learners, it is quite crucial to differentiate between a sound and a letter. If you take the letter B here mentioned in this topic, whether it is written as a capital letter, whether it is written as a small letter, if we use different types of fonts to represent that letter, it is still B letter. Another example, the letter C in the word city, city. If we write that letter in uppercase, lowercase, or we use different types of fonts to represent this letter on paper, it is still what? It is letter C. But if we talk from the point of view of sounds, C letter gives us C sound, like in city, cycle. In another word, it could be pronounced as K. The same letter, I mean C letter, could be pronounced as K, like in car, cage, cut. If we put the C letter in combination with another letter like H, it could be pronounced either ch, like in chair, watch, or it could be, chair, church, which, yes, in the word which, okay, which, and in another combinations, also with H letter, it could be pronounced as K, like in character, character. So the letter C phonetically or phonologically could be realized differently. It is either S, K, or Ch when it is combined with H letter. Or again, K when also it's combined with H letter. So there is a difference between letters and sounds. We use letters as alphabetic signs to represent our thoughts on paper. But in order to represent sounds, we use symbols. Symbols. A letter could stand for one sound. Example, we have fan, fan. The F letter at the beginning of this word represents only one sound, which is F sound. F sound. Physical. PH letters at the beginning of this word, sorry, we have two letters, but could be pronounced as one sound. Also F sound. In physical, physics, philosophy, Philip, okay? And sometimes one letter represents two sounds, like X letter in box. We have K sound and S sound represented by this letter. I mean X letter. So again, it's very important to differentiate between these two units. I mean a letter and a sound. The other thing to mention here is that we have groups of words which are written in different ways. Oh yeah, I mean orthographically are written in different ways. They have different orthographic shapes. Example, sun, S-O-N, and sun, S-U-N, but they are still pronounced in the same way, sun. On the other hand, we have what? We have words which are written in the same way. Example, the word L-E-A-D, it is either pronounced as lead or lead. So they are written in the same way, they have the same orthographic shape, but still they are pronounced differently. Pronounced in different ways. One of them is pronounced as lead, depending on its meaning, as a verb, of course, and the other one is pronounced as led, although they have the same orthographic shape, same letters, but they represent different sounds. So again, I emphasize this point that you should differentiate between a letter and the sound. Letters are different from sounds. Letters are alphabetic signs used to represent our thoughts, ideas in written language on paper. Sounds, they are symbols and help us represent spoken utterances or spoken language on paper, okay? They are different. Sometimes we might have letters or a letter which represents one sound or two sounds, and sometimes two letters represent only one sound, or one letter represent two sounds. Okay, you can return to the examples mentioned in your textbook or the examples mentioned here on the PDF notes. Thank you very much for listening.